a rate of 3.55% for 2 years.
Okay. You all have heard the request. Can I get a motion?
So move.
Motion by Supervisor Trainer, second by Supervisor Little. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
And the last thing I had was Danny Daniels come in with his certificate of petition for signatures for the District 3 Election Commission.
Okay, you've heard the request. He's got the proper signatures and everything looks good.
Yes, sir.
Need a motion to allow the
So moved.
petition. Motion by Supervisor Trainer, second by Supervisor Williams. All in favor? Motion passes unanimously.
And that's all I have.
Okay. All right, Ms. Farmer,
You have payroll changes for approval.
you all had an opportunity to
Motion
look
to
at.
approve the payroll change.
Been moved and second to approve payroll changes. All in favor?
Aye.
Second.
Williams. Motion by Trainer, second by Williams. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Have Wagner Engineering Group, invoice for the 2023 dam inspection in the amount of $11,080.25.
You've heard the request.
Motion to pay invoice.
Been motion by Supervisor Trainer, second by Supervisor Williams. All in favor? Motion passes unanimously.
Now, there is a past due. There is a past due, right?
They just did.
One of them is, current.
There's two separate ones. The Wagner is for the inspection. We have to do annually.
Right.
The Mississippi Engineering Group is the past due professional service
Yes, right.
for $1,625.
Right.
Been moved and second for Wagner, Mississippi Engineering invoice to be paid $1,625.
Who motion?
Motion by Trainer.
Motion by Trainer, second by Williams. All in favor? Motion passes unanimously.
Need to acknowledge the part-time appointment for the public defender, Ms. Fair. I don't know how she pronounced her first name. Logan. Logan?
It's over. Okay.
Logan Fair.
That runs from, state support staff.
She's
No, that's.
replacing,
Jerry.
General.
That was sad about Jay.
I was gonna ask on that, Rob, is there anything that we can do or something to recognize Jay Hurdle?
Right, we need to do, I would think that we were going to do a county resolution, but I was gonna also do a state resolution as well, and we make it do it at the same time.
Since he was our employee and our commitment to him.
Make a motion to reappoint, Ms. Fair to the public defender's
Been
position.
motion and Supervisor Trainer, second by Supervisor Little, that Ms. Fair is appointed as part-time public defender. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes
Also like to
unanimously.
make a motion to acknowledge the services of Jay Hurdle to the county.
Been moved and second, moved by Supervisor Trainer, second by Supervisor Little, that we offer a resolution recognizing the services of Attorney Jay Hurdle. All in favor? Motion passes unanimously.
We need to acknowledge the raise for the head court administrator, Terry Kimbrough. This is for Circuit Court 16.
Motion for approval?
I did have one question about that. I got it and I read it, and is that the one where they already have the money to pay?
Yeah, that's-
Do
It's for
all
the
that?
state.
That's what I saw, and is that continuous every year?
We just
Or is that
acknowledge,
a
just
one-time?
whenever they do it, we just have to acknowledge it.
Okay,
Yeah, that's money from the state, right?
okay.
We just acknowledge her take raise.
I'm
The
good.
minutes.
It's been motioned by Supervisor Williams, second by Supervisor Little. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
That's all I have, just a reminder, tomorrow, Supervisor Crane actually leaving today, but the Midwinter Conference in Flowood, so we'll be out of office from Tuesday to Thursday.
Okay. Road manager, Mr. Collins.
Right, good morning.
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 Just a brief. I got a couple of folks here, want to get them acknowledged and approved, and it's for beds, for the 450s, And, just coming up, and maybe getting the cart in front of the horse, but, price changes is coming on this stuff, and if, a lot of this stuff is going up significantly. And so, I just wanted to go ahead on and get it done, so we could actually get that price locked in. We have two quotes, one from Wren Body Works and the other one from Warren Body Works for beds to go on.
Are these both sufficient and comparable?
Yeah, both of them are.
Move approval for the Warren contract?
Yes.
Second motion.
It's been moved by Supervisor Carver, second by Supervisor Trainer to move forward with, the purchase of beds for the 450 from, which, Warren?
13,675.
For Warren, $13,675. All in favor? Motion passes unanimously.
This ice kinda got delayed on the quotes coming in for the trucks themselves, so we're gonna work on getting those and getting them ready for the next meeting. And, that's all I have, I think. Well, Supervisor Carver, on that deal on the turnaround, did talk to the bus coordinator, and he kinda dropped the ball on that. It wasn't John. So you can just let the gentleman know as soon as they get us a request, I'll present it to the board, and we'll go ahead on and get that done.
I was just gonna say, public note, through the storms we just experienced, I was just, well pleased with all our county workers, and, glad it came out on the safe side, and seeing the lady, response on the county lake situation, and just cooperation between local law enforcement agencies and things. And you know, anytime somebody's okay, it doesn't really matter what happened, they're okay and they're safe, but it was a good response from the countywide for pretty extraneous circumstances for a couple of days. So we're glad, no loss of life that I know of, and kept the power on and kept everything running, so good as expected.
Good ice storm. But,
And our ladies that showed up, whenever I was shocked that they were showing up, the roads were ridiculously bad. Some of our admin people, they were working.
And I will let everybody know, if you'll take into consideration that a lot of the office employees, we all live in the county. So there was no way that we could get to work at all.
Can I ask one more question before we adjourn?
Yes, sir.
Like, I had somebody ask me this morning, they missed the trash pickup on Wednesday, so they just get picked up once a week in the county, is that correct?
Yeah.
So they'll just, there's no expedited process, they'll just be picked up this coming Wednesday?
It'll go back to its normal routes. You know, with those guys having to ride the back of the trucks and with vehicles coming up behind them and possibility of not being able to stop, they just decided it was a little bit too dangerous to get out there and have them out in that tight weather.
Understood.
But yeah, it'll start back its normal routine.
One other thing, I see where we have a covered request, I guess while we're here, we'll go ahead on and get that one.
Yeah.
Who's that for?
I don't know, it's
so,
just on the agenda.
Yeah.
It's under the supervisor.
That's just if
Oh,
y'all
that's
have
what
it,
it is.
Oh,
you
okay,
start
okay.
doing it at that point.
Yeah.
So, do we have any?
I do have one.
Okay.
And I was to bring the name with me, but I don't have it. If you give me an opportunity, that covered request is on Artesia Road.
Okay.
I think I've talked to you about that,
Yeah.
by the Shaw family.
Yeah, you have.
And I'll get that name to you, but I do need a covered request for a covered installment on Artesia Road.
Second motion.
It's been moved and set. It's been.
No, do we need to do them all in one? I got one.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I've got one
Just
from,
take them all.
Mark Hilthold on Longview Edgerton Road.
Mark.
And yes, sir, I'll send you the contact.
Okay.
Out here.
Who was it?
Hilthold, Hiltpold, I believe. He had a question, there's a spot for two culverts, somebody, the county provides the first one, but the consumer has to provide the second one, and then we do the covering of the culvert. Is that how that works?
That's how it's worked in the past. If they want a second cover, they have to purchase the cover, but we'll come and install it.
Do they purchase the culvert through us, or is it done
No,
independently?
No, they'll have to go and purchase it.
Sorry.
If they'll purchase that covered and provide us with a copy of the receipt where they purchased it for our records, so they need to do that.
And when one other thing, tell them to get with the road manager, make sure they're
We
in
get the
purchasing
right
the
size.
proper size cover, so we don't have any issues with that.
Mr. President, I know you reached out to go, so I'm gonna go real fast.
Okay.
Y'all remember a few years back? I had-
Well, let me carry
I'm
this.
sorry.
Was that the last request? Okay. Motion to install 2 covers at the proper addresses that was given. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry, motion, I need a motion. We did, second. Okay, all in favor? Motion carries unanimously. I'm good.
What was your address on that card?
I'll get more information. I'll get more information to you. Let's go.
All right.
I'll try and
That's
read
it.
it.
Y'all can check it out.
All right,
Appreciate you.
real quick, a few years ago, an officer passed away in Hattiesburg. He was from Starkville, it's in, Orlando, or Supervisor Trainer's district, I think. The father asked a few years ago if a located Blackjack Road would be renamed possibly. I'm asking for us to figure, that may be in your district, I'm sorry.
Was it Wynn?
No,
Oh, yeah,
Corey
Tate.
Tate.
Corey Tate.
If
The young guy.
we could find, or I'm assuming that we're gonna wanna do this, but we could find a section of road that could be dedicated to him, assuming that this board would like for us to do that. Be looking at that, I'm not asking for you to do it today, but I knew that this had kinda gotten dropped. I dropped the ball and I remembered that we needed to kind of circle back to it. Be thinking about it, if you'll pick a section of this out, I'll make sure that it's on the board agenda next board meeting. You just tell us what you wanna do.
I'll look into that.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Alright, okay.
That's a good thing.
Anything else?
I'll say my son's on the committee, so I thought about it, but October Hall, county young leaders will be in Jackson tomorrow. We'll meet with, Representative Robertson, Governor's Office, Lieutenant Governor. So we got a group of young individuals through the partnership that are, they've toured Starkville and the county. I know it's been, my son's really bragging on the E911 district and the telecommunications side. But they are going to Jackson tomorrow, so you'll probably see them down there. We may see them at some point, but it's a young group here, about 15 or 20 upcoming leaders that have been selected by their peers. And
Good.
Pretty interesting.
Good deal. Congratulations. Anything anything else from District 1?
No, sir.
Anything from District 2?
I'm satisfied.
Nothing from the chair, anything from District 5? I guess there was one, at our last meeting maybe, did you have an opportunity to set up a meeting with the county hospital administrator?
I made calls, but we ended up leaving for a couple of days, and if they call back, we were closed.
Okay.
So I haven't
Okay.
been able to do that, but I'm working on it.
Okay, all right.
And I wanted to ask, if there was, a list of things that maybe we wanted them to bring with them, is that something, that we could all maybe send in, or could I collectively get?
I would probably suggest that, when she talked with him, we go ahead and set up one of those presentations that he normally gives the board. It's a presentation that he starts from the top and go all the way through. And that way, during that presentation, you'll have an opportunity to look at the numbers and ask questions and, so that would be probably the best. Get that presentation in, you'll have a better depth.
I saw the presentation that he gave, I came to the last.
Okay,
Out
so
there, but there were a couple of things that I had questions about.
okay.
I did not ask there because I was just an observer,
Yeah.
but I made some notes on some things that I had, was wondering about
Okay.
that didn't get addressed, so I didn't know if that was something I,
Oh, yeah,
give to y'all,
absolutely.
but asking, to bring simple things that they could see what they can do.
Okay, well, tell me what you want out there.
I think.
All right, anything else? If not,
Make a motion, we stand adjourned to the 5th of February.
then motion to Supervisor Trainer, second by Supervisor Whitten, that we stand adjourned to 5th of February, what time? 9 a.m. All right, thanks a lot, y'all, be safe.
Did you do something?